Hey everyone, Senraikai here. Today I'm going to be watching the first episode of 16-Bit Sensation, Another Layer. Now this show was not on my radar at all, but a friend of mine has insisted that I need to watch it. And yeah, apparently he really enjoyed the first episode and thinks I will as well. So here I am to watch the show and see what it's all about. I am going into this as blind as I can. I have not read the synopsis or anything like that. I just kind of got the title to go by. And it's an interesting one. 16-bit makes you think of video games, obviously. So that could be anything, though. We could be playing video games, making video games, isekaiing our way into video games. Maybe that's what the another layer part means, you know. We enjoy the games on another layer by isekaiing into them. It makes sense in my head. But yeah, it could be any of those things. But I'm almost positive it'll involve video games in some capacity. Otherwise, I feel lied to by the 16-bit title. But yeah, I don't have too much to say beyond that. Before I get into it, just have to use my usual spiel about my format because I do not show the anime footage and stuff here on YouTube for copyright reasons. I just show you subtitles from the show as well as a timer so you can get your own copy up and get it all synced up. Alternatively, you can check out my Patreon where you can get the picture-in-picture version and you won't have to deal with all that. So yeah, that's all I really had to say. So let's just jump on in and see what this show is all about because I'm pretty curious at this point. So yeah, let's jump in 3, 2, 1, play. Welcome to Akihabara. Definitely a place you'd go to for video game stuff. Day of Nurina. I think that's a girl's breathing. I think that's a girl. Clearly she's in a hurry. I don't know where I was going with that. But oh, time travel? 1992, I was barely alive. I was a toddler. So yeah, time travel confirmed. So I assume she went back in time. I'm going to assume. Maybe from our time, which would be quite a jump. Yeah, definitely from our time. She has an almost dead smartphone. Konoha, cute name. I wish I could go back. Trust me, you're much better off here. Like, without question. The real problem is you're probably going to have trouble finding a charging cord. Charging cord. Yeah, I mean, that kind of goes without saying. It's gotta, yeah, it's the dash and the subs kind of gave it away, but yeah, it was about to cut off. Yeah, time traveled back in time. Definitely really, yeah, but definitely a bit of a font choice for that. Fake Grand Order engaged, yeah, some familiar things there. So definitely not afraid to use real stuff. So yeah, I wonder how she slipped through time. A dream job right there. Yes. Definitely a hero worth cheering for sure. Curry House Bongo. MILF and Hypnosis Salon. So I've heard. Man, what a relevant show. That's got to sting a little bit. The pain. I didn't really have time to read all that, but basically, not good comments. Understandable. Yeah, what was her first day like? She sounds so full of just enthusiasm and excitement and passion. But life is just sour at the end of the day. This girl, I feel her. I feel like we're just gonna get along very well. I can really get behind her struggle. I wish the best for her. 19, that's 7, right? That poor man, he's never leaving that chair. Yeah, he will be buried with that chair. Happy Mar... I think that one sounds familiar. I definitely recognize some of the artwork back there. Yeah, Happy Maya, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's a purple game. I haven't played it though. I think it's on my hard drive somewhere. But how does time travel come into play? Does a train just crash and just travel through time? Maybe. English. I definitely want to rewatch some of these scenes. Take a better look at some of the posters. Some of them I didn't have a chance to read there. Oh, Madoka. Yeah, fake granulated Madoka. You know, the one Madoka mobile game, the English version, get cancelled. Get, whatever it's called. End of service. Oh my god, is that REM? There's a REM one there. Oh, this is definitely a shot I'm looking at again later on. Those are totally, visual novel characters. I need more time. Give me more time. I think Kohime Muso I saw there for a second. Which I did play a long time ago. The original Kohime Muso with Eroga. But yeah, so much of this looks familiar. Because I am a visual novel enthusiast, for those of you that don't know. I love how they're using real stuff, though. Definitely an otaku-focused anime, without question. Got my game face on. But yeah, getting a little bit late. Getting close to bedtime. Yeah, she's definitely way better than I am. As expected. Hamu. I'll make a popular heroine for sure. I'm sure you can do it. But man, I'm really curious how the time travel aspect is gonna... Like, what that's gonna result in. Like... MILF. I'm not much of a MILF fan, personally. It's just not my thing. Guys got quite the face. Okay, let's go. Looks good. I like it. I mean, basically, strike witches. Of course. I mean, I could listen to this for a while, too. It's all good. What's in my ear, man? You're just getting to the good parts. Okay, maybe it's a bit too much. Don't yell at her. She's just passionate. A Kamiga? Yeah, the realist versus the idealist here. Don't have a heart attack, man. Yeah, it's definitely the antithesis of what he's going for. He wants those bargain games that will sell, well enough to get by. But yeah, just broke her poor spirits there. And are you ever going to get off my lap, Mr. Kitty Cat? I took him off my lap 3 times. He just kept going back. I gave up after a while. Oh, is it broken? I mean, I go through a lot of microwaves, so I understand that pain. I feel like we're getting close to the time travel, though. I feel it in my bones. I'm not against the hypnosis plot, but... Seven lucky gods. Almost. Gotta be a little bit reasonable. A little bit, you know. Definitely tell this girl's familiar with Eroga. Hey, that's our fluffy doggy. BB? Game shop. Use games, okay. BB. That's cool. It's been a while since I bought a used game. Okay, definitely gotta... Another panel I gotta go back to later. I should have a notepad so I can make notes of when to go back to. Yeah, what do we have? Oh, canon, okay. Wow, oh my god, they actually had rants on this. I was not expecting that one, damn. Canon I was expecting because Key is pretty mainstream when it comes to visual novels. Rants a little bit less so. For those of you that don't know, I'm a big Rants fan. I've played literally all of the Rants games, including Rants 10, which I bought a physical version of, which is a lot more expensive than that. Especially because I didn't import it, you know. What a... I mean, I haven't played Canon, but I'd definitely buy it for that price. I don't think she really, you know... She just wants to make a, you know, a sale. You're making me want to play it. But it's just so old, though. It's a Bishoujo game, you know? Like, it's... I don't really want to explain it, but if I have to... I mean, maybe she wants to. I actually have seen the canon anime. That I did do. that is the meme, yeah. Ugu, am I cute? Yeah, I'm sure you've seen the meme. But yeah, Canon 2006, I want to say, was the anime name. I've also seen the Claud anime, but not read the visual novel. It kind of is, yeah. But don't you want to travel through time first? Yes? Are you making me an offer? Where are you going with this? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I definitely understand this girl. I would totally be friends with her if she would have me. Which she wouldn't. I mean, pretty much, yeah. A lot of times the girls will have some kind of personal struggle they have to get through. Usually with the help of the protagonist. Oh my god, that's Chitose from Licorice Recoil, I'm pretty sure. I think I saw over there. Yeah, it was dark, but I think that was her. Because she is old. I have no doubt I would play her game just to completion, 100% it. Finally, somebody believes in me. Yeah, she gave this whole presentation and nobody cared. They just dismissed her. She needs to get a GoFundMe or something. Make, go independent, become an indie. I'm sure she would find success. No one in our company knows how to dream. I mean, I need a paycheck at the end of the day. No, sir. Yeah, I mean, just being able to vent to someone like this and, somebody that actually cares to listen, that means a lot. Hey, if she's got deals like that, I would come here every day. She's thinking something. There's something on that old lady's mind. I should hope so. That's probably going to be the key to time travel. Oh, Taiyaki. Okay. Yeah, and if she doesn't want it, I'll take it. I'm actually quite hungry right now. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, is this... That's either really sudden or something supernatural is going on, one of the two. And since we have time travel in the show... Yeah, maybe that was from the future where, the game's so old it's just bargain bin prices. Maybe that's what was going on there. Because generally games get cheaper over time. But probably not what was going on. But still, that's pretty fast, I mean. But it would explain the low price, yeah. So, that's my theory, that shop was from the future, that time slipped back here and left again. Is it a time travel device? Or an arrow gate? I'll take either one, really. I'll actually take a donut, too. Okay, Docuse, I definitely heard of that one. Was that the one where the sequel, tanked the company or something? Oh, true, yeah. I had that on my visual novel, too. Or have that on my hard drive, too. Definitely one that I plan to play. I probably am, yeah. But you definitely are destined for big things. Oh yeah, it is by Elf, yeah. On the back it said Elf, that's the company. So I think it is what I'm thinking of. And how old is that game? Oh, here we go. Yep, this is the time travel right here. Either that or she's tripping balls. Did we do it? I mean, things don't look different, I don't think. Maybe outside? Gonna be zero flashbacks. Personal computers are going to get more exciting. You don't say. Yamagishi Tanaka radio, they'll eventually fit in your pocket. It's crazy to think about. Coca-Cola. It's probably going to be a lot of nostalgia in the show, isn't there? If we just stay in the past like this. I've actually never used a floppy disk. That was a little bit before my time. Cody. She's the one with the cute little bunny ear or cat ear hat, right? But man, these old looking computers. Kyonshi. But I mean, there were AeroGet companies even back then, so there was a chance for her to make a splash. Mamoru. That's a name. Wonder if he's a protector. PBA? Is that supposed to mean something to me? Yeah, Dokyusei poster in the background. Oh, Domo. Wow. Yeah, you tell them. Windows 98? Is that what we're working with? Oh, no, wait. It was 92, right? So... 98-itis. Yeah, who else will protect us? Programming book. Probably. Mamochi. Gotta love inflation, huh? You watch your mouth, boy. The Bishojo part. They should. They don't. So yeah, we definitely have a guy who's not much of a fan of AeroGet here. We'll get to him. Is that Konoha? That's Konoha. Oh no. This is, yeah, a desert encounter right here. Is she gonna mouth to mouth it? I mean, seems like they're just like forehead to foreheaded it. So yeah, I mean, you're not a big fan of Bishojo games. How do you want to basically be in one? I do like how she approaches herself in the third person. I mean, it's a workplace. Yeah, she was not even alive back then, was she? Which definitely makes me feel old. Yes, you did, Konoha. You do your best. Akihabara, December of 1992. It was a snowy day. "16-bit sensation." Another layer. And she still mounted him too. I hope you appreciate that, dude. Hey, there's a 16-bit. We found it. For, a couple seconds. Taking this start opening. Oh, wow. That is a CG right there. She's a very cute, likable character. They're multiplying. Oh, dramatic popping out the floppy disk. Is that the name of the song? 65535? Just giant donuts, why not? Why did you do that? The light of the AeroGet bask upon you. That's such a great room, man. I need to get on that level. I mean, visual novel posters are a little bit harder to get in America compared to Japan. Obviously, I've kind of looked into it a little bit. It's not as easy. But okay. That's, yeah, it looks like our episode 2 title. Let's make, Bishoujo games together. Ishoni Bishoujo Game Utsukuro. Okay, that was the first episode of 16-bit Sensation and another layer. I keep wanting to say angelic layer. Another layer. Okay, so yeah, definitely going to be a nostalgia-filled show if it's going to take place in 1992. But yes, as far as first episodes go, definitely a very solid start. Very exciting stuff. I mean, the sheer amount of, otaku-related references you get are great. Like I said, I kind of want to go through it slowly, just see how much I, recognize, right? Like, obviously, Atri, we got a lot of that. Poster-wise, a game I haven't played yet, but definitely want to. Yeah, Engage Kiss, that also sounds familiar. And yeah, that's definitely Licorice Recoil poster right up there. Yeah, that's great to see. Because I imagine that was a pretty popular show. I mean, I really enjoyed it a lot. Fate Grand Order, I've played a little bit of it. I'm not good at sticking with gacha games. I'm absolutely terrible. I've probably played a few days worth of several of them, like I can't stick with them for more than a week. But I know Fate Grand Order is really popular. And I have played the, Fate Stay Night visual novel was one of my first ones. Definitely, first 3. Long time ago. Long before Fate entered the mainstream and all that. Back when Studio D and anime adaptation was the only one that existed. I hadn't seen it. I actually had only read the visual novel. But yeah, nowadays there's all sorts of Fate stuff out there. It's crazy. But yeah, it wasn't always like that. And we have our main character, Konoha, here, who is obviously a very fun, cute, likable, gung-ho, passionate character that I do like quite a bit. There's nothing to really dislike. Yeah, the company name Blue Bell. I'm not going to lie, I don't like the word blue in the context of Arrowgate companies. Because I think of, BL, Boys Love, when I hear that. I'm not sure why. But maybe there's some company out there like that, but that's what comes to mind. I do also want to read some of the Arrow comments that stabbed him in the one scene. I can stop that as well. That poor guy, though. Total lost cause with those ugly characters. Are they even trying with the box art? Hard pass with the outdated art style. Did they really think anyone would buy that? That box art is just fundamentally bad. Basically just completely, just dunking on the art. Whoever approved these character designs needs to see an eye doctor. So yeah, just the guy's dead inside. I think that's safe to say at this point. But yeah, she just has to work on these guy drawings. It's just the worst. See, yeah, Happy Mayor. I mean, they write it Mayor there. It's, yeah. Anyway, definitely one that that's a little less priority, but it is also on my to-do list to read that one. And she was really awkward in that one scene. Yeah, definitely Madoka poster back there. More Fate Grand Order. Yeah, some things are definitely shown more than others in this, for sure. But then we get to the actual room, which I want to take a good look at. And yeah, just this room, man. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Rem and Ram next to each other there. Otherwise, blue and pink next to each other would be quite the coincidence. I definitely see a decent amount of homura. See how much else? Some of the stuff is kind of small. But, yeah, some of the stuff is a little bit hard to see. But, yeah, Licorice Recoil is up there. She's got some figures, posters, plushies. A game controller there, a tissue box, because, I mean, of course. Got the computer on the ground, which, and, I know some people do that. Personally, I have my PC up next to my monitor because I have space for it. But if I didn't have space for it, it would have to go on the ground. Of course, I also have carpet in my room, which makes it even less ideal to have it on the floor. But generally, you don't want it on the floor, also just for airflow kind of reasons. But it's not the end of the world, either way. She's got 2 monitors set up, which is nice. Although I'm kind of the opposite. I have my big monitor in front and then the little monitor to the left, where she has a little monitor to the right. Otherwise, a very similar setup with the monitors that I have. Also backwards. She has the dresser next on the left, whereas mine's on the right. I mean, technically it's in front of me because I move it to hold my mic on when I record, but generally it's on the right. But otherwise, yeah, really cool room. Not really much to complain about. What's that to the left area of the computer? Is that supposed to be PlayStation 5? Probably not, but I can't quite make it out. Okay, get a bit of a zoom in on some of the stuff here. Still don't recognize some of it. But what I do recognize, I definitely want. We do have what looks like a, our main duo from Licorice Recoil in, unless I'm crazy, basically wedding dresses there. I'm not crazy, right? That's what they're going for, right? At 5 minutes and 21 seconds. Like that's totally what that is. But definitely also some what would you call them? Like paper cutout kind of things, right? Characters look kind of familiar, not enough to place it, but they do look familiar. I definitely recognize the art style of the characters. And yeah, like I said, there's Kohime Muso there, which I have played. And what's that one called again? It doesn't help being sideways. I can barely read Japanese regular, not sideways. Give me a second. Hami. Yeah. But the ones next to it definitely looks familiar. Yeah, I can't read katakana the best of times. But the point is, they do look familiar. We have what else do we have here? Reboot. Wait. Is that the Riddle Joker? The ones on the right definitely are. Why am I blanking on the company's name? Ubisoft. There's Ubisoft games over there because we have the Cafe Stella one, which I think might be one of the newer ones. Riddle Joker. Reboot, I think, is their literal newest one, right? I want to say. But it's like at least 4 or 5 different Ubisoft games there too. So that's pretty crazy. But none of which I've played. I've never played the Ubisoft games. Again, I have them on my hard drive. I've never played them though. Really should get on that. Also, at this shot here at 5 minutes 30 seconds, have a very nice poster with showing a lot of belly. Just a really very cute swimsuit there. Just a 10 out of 10 room. You can't argue with it. So the room was great. But yeah, she definitely has ambitions to make this great game of hers her original character. So hopefully she can make that dream come true in the past where people are more willing to take risks, you know? Just in general, that's a point of the past. The more further we get along, the more people just fall into trends and like, well, the focus group said this is what they care about, so I guess this is what we're doing, you know, they care more about guaranteed sales and taking a risk and maybe getting a big payoff or also getting a big failure. You know, generally bigger companies get, the less willing they are to take those risks. But why was the microwave not working? We never answered that question, I don't think. But I really do enjoy her passion and enthusiasm, you know, because eventually that would get worn down, but right now it's at its peak and hopefully she can make something of it before it does get worn down. So now we're at the used game shop. So once again, I want to look at the stuff and see if I can make it anything. Let's see. HR2, no idea what that is. Mel Dragon. Yeah, I don't think I recognize too much of the stuff on this shot here. Let's see. Air Combat 3. I mean, sounds familiar. Samus? Is that what they called Metroid? I don't know. Gorilla. That one just says. That doesn't tell me a lot. Paradus. Playboy 3. Okay. It's okay. Yeah, none of it sounds too familiar. Okay, another shot here of other games. Sengoku Babara 2. I have heard of that one. I haven't played it. Oh, Higurashi no Naka. Wait. Yeah. Higurashi no Naka Nai Koron. I feel like it sounds a little bit off, but that's supposed to be Higurashi, right? Yeah, it's definitely Higurashi there. I have watched the anime of that one. Let's see. Metal, yeah, I thought I saw that the first time. Metal Gear Solid 3. So maybe they are just slightly changing the names to avoid copyright issues. So which is probably why the Higurashi name is a little bit off. It's supposed to be Higurashi no Naku Koroni, but it's Naka Nai Koroni. So a little bit different. But also .pack, I think it's supposed to be .hack. So yeah, they might be giving some of them bland, like Kingdom Hearts, I take it. So yeah, definitely some old school stuff here, for sure. Not a very exciting selection, shots fired. And here we go, we get the actual Bishoujo part. And let's see, from the first shot, do I recognize anything? Hachinoko Wars, no. Yeah, again, they're sideways, really hard to read. But that one, definitely, even from this angle, the one does look like Sengoku Rants. Yeah, the look on her face when she sees Canon for 100 yen. It's so good. Yeah, 100 yen for Rants. Now that's a crime right there. Like, I know Sengoku Rants did have a cheaper version that was eventually released, but... Because I'm pretty sure that's Sengoku Rants, because she didn't specify which Rants it was, but she said Rants. In the font, it looks like Sengoku Rants, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because it's upside down, but that's totally a 7. Roman numeral 7. That's definitely Sengoku Rants, which I did buy. I mean, I bought both the English version and the Japanese version. Definitely spent more than that on both of them. But, I mean, for that price, it's literally a steal. Like, literally. First edition, bonus, and just... Wait, is it included or excluded? I guess it makes a difference. No, included. Like, yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, 100 yen for that? Jeez. Just, I feel like I'm robbing this poor lady. But yeah, the great thing about the lady was that, yeah, finally Kono had a chance to talk about her passion, her ideas, and everything to somebody that actually wants to listen, right? You know, so that's a great thing to find. Ugu. The Ugu part was great, because that's like the meme, right? You know, Ugu, am I cute? That's such an old meme, man. But we are getting... Man, we're only like about halfway through the episode as I'm skimming through it here. Sorry about that. This is taking a while, but I didn't want to miss anything. Because we see something here that's underneath the cannon box. All we see is Yokoso, welcome. I feel like I recognize that, but we can't see too much of the box because it's mostly covered by cannon. But what's the name of the company? I hate katakana so much. Cocktail Soft? Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, I think you can even see a little bit of Sengoku Ranch from this shot too, like Sill's pink fluffy hair. And you see Leaf underneath as well. Leaf's got something back there. But yeah, I made the poor girl cry. She did have a nice variety of facial expressions through the course of the episode. Got some Teaki. And then the lady was gone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some time travel shenanigans going on with her because she got out of there way too quick for an old lady, right? And of course, the things she gave her resulted in time travel, so I think it's a safe bet at this point. Some of these are just hard to read either because of how small the text is or because of the lighting. But yeah, it's like a literal floppy disk in her hands. And then we see, yeah, 1992, you know, Tanaka Radio. Some of the stuff isn't going to mean anything to me because obviously it's Japanese nostalgia. And I mean, I was 2 years old. I don't really know too much about what Japan was like back then. I'll admit. But then we got what I assume is going to be the company we'll focus on the most, where we have characters like Kaori. That was the only name that stuck with me. But yeah, we had a couple girls, we had at least 2 or 3 guys, one of which didn't want to be there. But he'll eventually understand the importance of Eroga. You know, he doesn't understand yet. We got to kind of bring him into the fold, but it'll happen. It'll happen. They mentioned 98 as in Windows 98, right? Like, but it's 1992. Like, I'll admit, I don't think I ever used Windows 98. I think Windows 2000 was the earliest Windows I ever used. But I would assume Windows 98 came out in 1998, but I don't know. 98 IDIS is apparently a thing, though. Never heard of that, but I do miss Windows XP. That's probably the operating system I had the most nostalgia for. Windows XP, the good old days. Because I think the first time I ever had my own computer, it had Windows XP on it. I remember upgrading to Windows Vista and was not a big fan of it. I actually skipped Windows 7 and went to Windows 8. I was just unlucky, apparently, when it came to operating systems, and then it went from Windows 8 to Windows 10. And I'm still on Windows 10, so there's that. Because I think there's a Windows 11 out there, but I don't care enough to upgrade. But that pretty much, yeah, was the episode. Just final meeting between what may be our main couple of the show, our love interest. So I guess we'll see if anything happens there. But regardless of whether or not anything romantic happens, I think she will be the catalyst to make sure he understands. Because we basically have two opposites, right? Two sides of the same coin. Big arrogant enthusiast, some guy that doesn't care for it one little bit. If anyone could show him the light, it's Konoha. If I had to entrust one person with that job, it'll be Konoha-chan. So she has her work cut out for her, but I think she can do it. But yeah, pretty much, very much a prologue kind of episode. Pretty much set things up. Pretty much the bulk of the episode was dedicated to establishing a main character and her mindset and her goals, which is important to do in a first episode. And then once we got all that figured out, we just had to whoosh her over to the past and have her get into a scenario, get into an environment where she can actually make that dream a reality. Because I already talked about it a little bit before, but yeah, this time period is the best chance for her to do that, right? So we just have to cross our fingers and hope for the best and watch her as she makes her dream a reality. So, and the opening was really good. I don't really have too much to say about it, but I quite like the opening. And the next episode is Let's Make Bishoujo Games Together. So clearly, yeah, she's gonna join up with them and be like, let's make Bishoujo games together. Like, we better have that exact line in the next episode or I'm gonna be very disappointed. So I look forward to that line. But also, it was a nice touch to have the menu buttons underneath the title. Menu 1, Menu 2, Menu 3, split, find, replace, cut, copy, paste, tag JP. I don't know what that means exactly, but it's probably important. And yeah, just real quick, skim through it, see if there's anything else I wanted to touch on. PBA, I did enjoy that. Well, what was the A was Aho Domo, right? The idiot's part. So nice little acronym he has there. A little bit mean, but Konoha's Fang, I do appreciate that she has that. She's just a very cute, very cute design. No complaints on it one bit. But she was a nice old lady. It's pretty sad that we're probably not going to see her anymore. She was cool. Because that would have been okay if that was just the show. You know, every episode you came by here for some bargain deals on some visual novels. That'd be great. I'd watch that. But yeah, as far as the references go, they definitely lean more heavily on some of them than others, like Madoka stuff, Licorice Recoil, Fate Grand Order, Atri. Like, I think that was a lot of the big ones. Some stuff they were unwilling to use the exact name for it, which, you know, fair enough. I think Koimi Muso only was like in the one shot. Happy Maya had a decent amount of shots too. And I think the Ubisoft games were also only in that one shot. But yeah, Jaku Riots. There's another one, I think I forgot to mention that. But also, actually, I think there's more. I think there's actually 6, yeah. There was that one called Sengoku Basara. Is that what that one is? I think so. Again, these titles are sideways and in kanji, but it's one of the other. I do recognize the font. It's one of the other Ubisoft games. Because I know there's Sengoku Basara, I think it's called, if I'm not mixing up with something else, as well as, what was the other one called? Not, Son of a Witch, that's what it was called. I knew it was something like that. A couple of these games actually have on Steam, I think. Like the Witch one. But one day I'll play it. One day. But really good stuff. Definitely scratch that otaku itch for sure. I was looking at they actually mentioned Rans. There's only like one brief scene, but you know, Alisoft is my favorite Arrowgate company. I've played so much of their stuff. All of the Rans games, Daibancho, a little bit of Daitekoku. I'll get back to that at some point. You know, Galzo Island is really good. But just a ton of stuff just on the plan to play list. But yeah, they have a lot of good stuff. I'm still hoping that they can still come out with good stuff. That's the hope. But definitely not the same company they used to be, sadly. But that's the passage of time for you. It's a sad one. Yeah, can I go back in time to when Alice was at their peak? Back when they came up with Kichikuo Rans? Can I go back to that time? You know, back when I was state-of-the-art graphics, because I could really get the most out of the game then. Because when I played it, it was obviously an old, dated game, so I couldn't get the full enjoyment out of it. So, yeah. Although I guess traveling back in time wouldn't change anything as far as your mindset goes. But, you know, unless you integrate it into your past self, I guess. But Pretty sure I was a child when Kichiko Rants came out, so probably couldn't play it anyway. But anyway, I'm definitely going on too many tangents now. I think we can just kind of end it off here. How long has the recording been going on? 45 minutes. Yeah, I think that's probably good enough. But yeah, because this is a prologue, it is going to be a kind of a... from episode 2 onwards, so that'll give you a real feel for what to expect. Now we understand why my friend who recommended this to me was kind of... He really enjoyed the first episode, but he wasn't sure how it would go from here. You know, and I can definitely see that because this was a prologue, and now we can see exactly how, what the group dynamic is like, how she integrates into it, what do they do day to day, is what they do day to day entertaining, right? Like, how does the progression go? Like, what kind of game are we going to make? So, definitely a lot of unknowns going forward, but definitely a lot of raw potential here with a very satisfying, fun first episode. So, I do have high hopes to see where things go, and I certainly will continue it. So, yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please click the like button and support me on Patreon and all that good stuff. Maybe leave a comment if you have something to say, like, yeah, I love the Arrowgad too, and yeah, good stuff. You could comment that, but yeah, hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.